Hi all and welcome back to my channel, and today is a glorious day for my May tour. It's been really dry weather here in Milton Keynes and across the rest of the UK. Lots and lots of the plants have been suffering, including rhododendrons and particularly the bamboos. It's got one new culm here. You can see the older culms, they're all producing new shoots from them as well. I used to have an insete in that pot there, however I didn't manage to overwinter it properly, so this is a substitute. Golden bamboo here has now bounced back fine. This was looking really ropey. Just got too dry in the drying winds, however I've given it lots and lots of watering. Lots of the leaves have fallen off, but now it's all producing lots and lots of new shoots, which is good. It's fabulous Fargesia behind it. You can see the many new culms coming off of this. The older culms, they're in yellow. And these are all the new ones. This is a clump forming bamboo, so it'll pretty much stay where it is and grow outwards in diameter rather than running like the bamboo, the golden bamboo over here. Indian bean tree, brilliant looking golden yellow colours on the leaves. There's some new ferns planted down here, and a couple of salvias for some colour. The Aurelia alata. Nothing seems to faze this. Too much sun, too much water, not enough sun, not enough water. Doesn't seem to be too bothered. It's just getting bigger and bigger. I've seen a variegated Aurelia alata on some of your channels, and that's definitely next on the shopping list. So what I've done, I had some white star jasmine before, but it's a lot smaller, that was just climbing up this archway here. I've replaced it with two very cost-effective bunches of star jasmine, which are a little bit taller and a little bit older than the ones I did have. I'm hoping that this will make its way over the top. Maybe this year, maybe next. So this is the new bed that I've been building. So drainage is all complete. Grass seed's been down. I'm just waiting for some of these patches to fill up, but it's just an endless case of watering it at the moment due to it being so dry, and it really is taking a while for the grass to settle in. So you've got cordyline indivisia. Took off a lot of the older leaves on this, and we've got some lovely green ones coming through in the centre there. A couple of nice Gunnera manicata, one there and one there also. Collection of ferns. Got a Mahonia meteor there. This was doing really well until it pushed out some new leaves that got burnt in the sun. An Echium, that's in its second year, so hoping that'll be towering well above the cordyline and the new Trachycarpus fortunei by next year. This was always a very boring corner in my opinion, but it's definitely looking a little bit better now. Got the Fargesia in the background, obviously pumping away with its new culms. Fatsia camouflage, and Fatsia polycarpa with all its new leaves here as well. And I've also added a Sambucus black lace to the mix. Mediterranean fan palm. The Mulu variant of the Tetrapanix rex. Looking delightful. Salvia Amistad. I don't think I could do without my garden having this in. And Cordyline Charlie Boy was looking a bit messy after the winter, but certainly improving with its new shoots that it's putting out in the middle there. Yeah, and this is new palm. Looking rather good. I'm just hoping it settles in well, because it definitely didn't have as many roots as the other one that I got. This Chinese walking stick bamboo, also just throwing out new culms left, right and centre. Black petunias. And some other random ones as well. A couple more salvias down here for colour. Petunias, I like to just dash these all through the garden. I think they really do make the garden look nice and colourful. Trachycarpus wagneranus, that's flowering. Just thrown out a new frond there. Honeysuckle lornicera, really starting to take over this trellis now. I moved the Trachycarpus out of the way, the red robin. It's making its way up the back here as well. Pseudopanix mower's toes. I moved this into this more sheltered location from the middle of my main bed over yonder. Clematis. I believe this is a blue flowered one, and this should be popping out those new flowers soon. Some potted black bamboo. Noticed, got a new culm coming up here, and over there also. More star jasmine. This is really just starting to put out some new growth. Much slower growing than any kind of honeysuckles. Let's kind of chop this up a bit, done a bit more of a different planting arrangement. We've got phormium at the front here. And what I did with this Miscanthus giganticus grass, I had some planted on this side which I chopped right back, and I left this one as an experiment to see which one would grow the tallest. And as you can see, the one that I didn't cut back has grown a lot bigger. The dog still loves to chomp on this. What beautiful iris that hasn't flowered for 2 years now. I didn't know what sort it was going to be or what colour it was. And this is what it is. Looks lovely. You see all the cannas and bananas popping out the front. This stuff's called Liatris, I believe. Some really funky looking flowers on that. And would you look at that? When you have that name of a plant in your head and it completely escapes you, it's a very common plant, but I cannot remember the name of it. Bees absolutely loving it. I'll pop the name on the screen for you, or mention it later on in the video if I remember what it actually is. And look at that beautiful lupin. My loquat tree, it was dropping loads of leaves this time last year, but it's been very minimal this year, which is unusual. Another unusual thing would be the mahonias, like this one here, soft caress. None of them have flowered for me across all varieties this year. See the Magnolia grandiflora getting ever bigger in the background there. My Schefflera rhododendrofolia. These are all the new leaves on top, and that is loving this location. Creating more of a standard tree with this Fatsia japonica here. Chopped off the lower leaves, keeping the top ones. This Gunnerer is now in its 3rd year, obviously the biggest in the garden. It's looking great at the moment. Persicaria, Purple Fantasy, popping up everywhere. I haven't really done any kind of shift arounds or tried moving it into more of a sensible position yet, but I will do. Schefflera alpina, just at the bottom of my tropical Lipconca tree, which I've also planted. Got magnolia at the back there. It's not looking too healthy, although this is the only magnolia in my garden that did flower this year. Tiny little white flowers that were very short-lived. So at the moment I'm using these ghastly conifer type trees as privacy because they are quite big until I can plant something in their place. So do excuse them. Some more phormiums, still in a pot this one. I've got to find a place for that, as well as the Phoenix canariensis there. Unusually, my Pinus nigra, this is usually started putting on the new growth, which it hasn't as yet. Golden bamboo, after losing quite a lot of its leaves, is doing a lot better now. And my black bamboo, the one that flowered, is not looking great. This is one of the stems that actually did flower, and it never really seems to put on too many new leaves. But we can see most of the others are looking really healthy. Jacob's Ladder. I have actually seen this wandering through other people's gardens and into their lawns, so I might have to choose a different location for that one. Nice hydrangea, haven't seen the flowers on it yet. Cheers left from the Cornish Cottage Garden for giving this to me. Yeah, just waiting on that at the moment. A random hosta that's appeared at the back here as well. A good thing this year, because it's been so dry, the only good thing about it being so dry is the slugs aren't attacking things like that. Really dense and jungly, this section here, and ideally in the future this is what the whole garden will begin to look like. Let's just have a quick squiz around the back here and see what's going on there. Some plant ups in the pots here. Lots and lots of crocosmia and stuff just waiting to explode. A Russian sage. Ferns looking fantastic compared to what they were last year. They definitely take a while to bed in, and when they do, they do start looking a lot better. Fatsia's put on its new leaves. I like the position of this one because it just seems to hold its colour and hold its form better than the other ones in my garden. So rhododendron, this one is looking great, although it's kind of getting a bit sparse in terms of where it's looking to grow. The orange one I had has not produced as many flowers as last year, and they're not looking too fresh actually. And the one I had in the front of my house, Rhododendron griselia, it looks so dead. I have now moved it to a planted position here. I think it could have had vine weevil or something. And I've got an azalea at the background there, and I think a similar thing happened. So my what I'm doing with rhododendrons, camellias, stuff like that, and obviously the Magnolia grandiflora. They're all acid loving, creating a little acid spot here for those type of plants. Cordyline Torbay Dazzler, having come through the winter pretty successfully, is putting on some new growth there as well. This Waggy has been in the ground exactly a year now, and that is also flowering. Some lovely clematis, I think it's called Clematis montana, growing up this trellis here also. Got to be one of the favourite plants in the garden now. Tetrapanax rex. I love the way that the trunk's bending into more of the sunnier location. It's all good. Got my peony there. Again, another year without flowers. I've planted another Tetrapanax rex there, and a beautiful smoke bush. I can't recommend these smoke bushes enough for something that stands out well in front of the green background, and looking forward to that getting a bit bigger. Golden bamboo at the moment, at the back here, hasn't started pushing out any new growth yet, but I'm sure that is going to explode soon enough. Oh, one last thing to mention, prior to the end of the tour, I did have a Pseudopanax crassifolius, glorious Pseudopanax crassifolius growing in the back here, but unfortunately it did meet its demise and I had to chop it back. So I've used it as a decoration in front of my cabin here, which I think looks quite cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hoping to inject a bit more colour in the coming months into the garden, and yeah, get a bit of structure and form on the go. Privacy is definitely working well at the moment, especially with things like the climbers and some of the taller trees and the bamboos. Yeah, looking forward to watching more of your videos and how your gardens develop, and also how my garden develops. Hopefully by the next tour we'll have some grass. Have a great day everyone.